Hi guys, welcome back to PBTV, and as we said in our previous Acetech video, we were expecting more, and they have all arrived. So we've got a multitude of new tracer units to look at, some with the front flash, some standard ones, and we have the Volcano. So I'm going to go left to right, we're going to go through, we've got the Blaster C, we've got the Bifrost, the Predator X, the Mark III, and then we'll look at the Volcano at the end, and we might even take it on the range. So yeah, the Acetech range across all of these have very similar features and functions. There's just some minor differences between each module that might make you just have a decision whether or not you want it for a pistol, AR, SMG, or any of the above. So starting with the Blaster C, so it's the smallest of the new platforms or the new trace units that we have. As you can see with all of these, especially the small ones, they do have the flame option at the front. The good thing with the Blaster C is on the back, you can see this is a 14mm counterclockwise thread, as it is with all of the others, but the Blaster C comes with an 11mm adapter, so this can go straight onto any non-threaded barrel pistol. So if your pistol already has a threaded barrel, this will go straight on it. If you have something that has a female threaded barrel, you can use this. Just make sure if you check the website, we do quite often put the female thread on there, just so you know what it is. You can attach this to your pistol, and then it will go straight into the Blaster C. There is a little hole just in the center of here. This is so that you can put an Allen key or just put a little bar in there and just torque it up just slightly. You don't need too much because these O-rings here, they're not really for moisture protection or like that. The O-rings themselves are causing a bit of pressure, and that's what keeps these on and stop them falling off. So the Blaster C itself, very lightweight, simple trace unit. It is only 60 grams. So again, we always harp on about trace units on pistols not being too heavy, because if they drag the barrel down, you're going to lose efficiency, not many shots out, or it might not function at all. So it being a very lightweight, pistol-orientated trace unit, absolute bonus. Really cool design as well. You've got this open front end with the jagged fronts, giving the option of the blast tracer or the actual flash coming out of these little portholes, giving a really cool effect. As with other Acetech trace units, it does have an auto off and on function. So if you forget to split it apart and physically turn it off, when it lays dormant for a while, it will turn off, and then when it senses movement, it'll turn back on and be ready to go before you pull the trigger. You do have the options on this to have just flame, just tracer, or both as well. So if you're not overly bothered about having the front flash on, you can just run tracers. Or if you've run out of tracer BBs and you want to save a bit of battery, you can just have the flash on the front. So that is the Blaster C. Moving on to something that's quite similar, again, quite lightweight. This is the Bifrost option. So with this one, you do have multiple different colours on the front compared to the just yellow on the Blaster C. The Bifrost has the full spectrum, so you can choose what different colour you want on here. The two smaller ones are rated for green BBs. They won't activate red ones as well as the green ones, so they are recommending green BBs with these two. Again, 14mm counterclockwise thread, and it is fixed at that. There's no adapter for this to go on a pistol. It is a little bit heavier, but it would still work on an SMG or pistol as well. And again, with both of these, when you do open the back, you will see that there are O-rings. So again, these O-rings at the back here are for the moisture protection, and just back here we have the controls. So we've got USB-C charging, and again, you can leave this part on your platform, so if you want to charge it, you can just take this off and leave this behind. And they have two buttons on each side. One is for the mode, and one is for the flame. So again, pressing each one depicts what is turning on and what is turning off. Again, the full user manual will guide you through it, and again, you can decide what you want, if you're wanting flame, tracer, or both. And again, with this one, you can choose the colour on the front. Change again with gas blowback platforms, you get that little bit of gas out the front, giving really cool flame effects. And again, if you want it to be a different colour, that gives you an option with the Bifrost. So the first long sort of rifle style tracer unit they got, this is the Acetech Predator X. So this is designed just for tracer BBs, As you can see, there is no flash on the front in this one. And again, this one is spring bound, so the tracer unit is at the back here. And this one actually has a replaceable battery. So the other one's USB-C Li-ion batteries internally charged, and they do recommend that you at least charge them every 2 months if you step away from airsoft or you don't think you're going for a while, you go on holiday or anything like that. Make sure they're fully charged, let them run, and then before you use it, make sure you do put some power in these every 2 months. Again, with this one, it is a replaceable battery, so again, it's just an option that you get. With these as well, they are moisture protected, so when you're taking the front off, you will see the O-ring at the front, so they are totally fine to use in sort of poorer weather conditions. They're not going to get damaged or broken or anything like that. But the Predator X is designed for red and green tracers. It just doesn't have a flame on the front. It's about 190 grams, but the Predator X is designed for 35 rounds per second. The smaller ones are about 30, so this can keep up with a little bit of a faster rate of fire. So if you're not bothered about getting that flash effect on the front or giving too much of the game away, or if you're just running an AEG and you don't think it's going to add too much to your gameplay and you're just wanting a tracer unit, the Predator X is the option. And again, if you're wanting to run red tracers, this is the only one that is rated for it. The other ones will work with them, they just don't activate them as much. They are more designed for the green ones. I've always suggested that some people, if you're just running mid-caps, put some red tracers in your magazine first, fill the rest with green as you're running around and shooting. If you see your green tracers change to red, you know you've only got 20 rounds or so left, so you never actually go dry on a player when you're firing. You know you can do an admin change, get a fresh mag in there, and then you're never out of ammo when you need it. So it's just a little bit of tactical play that you can do with tracer units, making sure you're never out of ammo when you need it. We then move on to the Predator Mark III. So this is the true QD model. Again, fully aluminium. It is a little bit heavier. This one's sitting about 255 grams. That's not including the flash hider, so that's just the unit itself. And this is a QD model. So pulling the section at the back, you will then be able to pull the flash hider out. With the flash hider as well, there is a 1.5mm grub screw that you can see just here. So again, tapping that in there. When you are attaching this, make sure the grub screw is completely removed. You don't want any chance of this scratching your threads or damaging anything, because if you do damage the threads, it can then either be very difficult to get off or you're just not going to get it on. And with this being a QD, you then won't be able to attach your tracer unit. To reattach it whilst this is on, simply pull the collar back, slot it in, and then when you rotate it, the collar will click back in place and it is locked in place. The collar does spin because it's just a QD, but that is locked in place and the flash hider does not move. This one again can be opened up at the front, and you will see the common theme with these, that the actual tracer unit comes out. So you can leave this with your platform. You don't need to take it with you. If you're wanting to charge it, you can just take the unit with you, charge it up, and then put it back together. So if you're wanting to keep everything together, it is easy enough to do so. The Mark III, again, rated for 35 rounds a second. Water resistant, QD, so this thing is an absolute beast of a tracer unit. Loads going on with it, and it even comes with its own little case. So if you do take it off for whatever reason, you want to put it away, you go to a CQB site or you're going somewhere where you're not going to need your tracer unit, you can pack it away and make sure it is safe. Coming on to the big boy in the show, the Volcano. I've been waiting for this for a while. Played with one a little while ago. I've been very excited to get my hands on them again. So this is the probably world's first tracer grenade launcher. So it doesn't work with every 40mm as far as I'm aware. It is just designed for the Hive Acetech grenades. So very simple piece of kit. It's all nylon polymer and very easy to operate. In the box you do get a couple of pieces of riz rail and some Allen keys and all the screws. That is so you can put rail on the top here, you can put some on the side, there's already rail on the bottom, and then on the top you need accessories if you wanted to put a rail in this piece here, but this is more for mounting it to a platform. We do have a 1913 interface at the back, so if you wanted to put a stock on it, you can attach anything there, and the grip itself, it comes with this tiny little cute little stubby thing, but if you take that off with the Allen key that is just inside there, You take that off, put any gas blowback pistol grip you want on there. Control-wise, it's all on the left-hand side and ambidextrous for functionality. So we've got fire and safe here. It is a trigger lock, so the trigger physically is blocked by the safety, so you can't press it. And then this button here, that's where it opens up and you can add your grenade. Closing it up, these screws on the side here also are for the Novrich open holster as well. A lot of people jumping on that bandwagon, so you can attach the adapter here, and then if you do have a Novrich open, it can click in there nice and easy. Functionality-wise, we've got 2 buttons on this side. So we have an on button and then a flame button. So again, tracer on and off, there is a little green light to notify you, and then you can click through if you're wanting red, orange, blue, green, purple, red and orange, or purple and red. Those are the front flash options. So if you're wanting any different one of them colours, you can choose what you want. And then when the actual smoke is ejected with the BBs, you get a giant cloud of awesome colour, and it is a lot of fun to play with. So open it up. We do have the Hive grenade here. So again, when you're loading this, you've got unloaded and loaded. You simply drop it in, close it, fire it, and then when you drop it out, you can simply quite easily reload it with the spawner, drop it back off, reload it, and go again. There is an astronomical amount of accessories for this thing that we are going to get in, where you can have the full stock, adapters on the side for extra shells, ready to go shells on the side, so you get an adapter with bits of rail, so you have a shell similar to, well, one of the Hive shells sat on the side here with a button on the back of it. So whilst you are reloading, you are still active and in-game. So you can press the button on the back and it will fire one of these. You won't get the tracer effect, but it just means that whilst you're reloading or you've got the spawner and you're tagging a few of your hives, you've still got that option. Someone comes around the corner, you can blast 150 BBs at them. Reasonably lightweight for adding a grenade launcher. When it comes to grenade launchers, they are heavy beasts, but this is only about 650, 660 grams. So it's not overly burdensome when it's on the front of your platform. And again, when it comes to grenades, the Hives are probably the best MOSCARTs in the business right now. Easy to load, very sort of ergonomical, just the way that they're put together, and the spawner makes them easy to load. That's the big thing. You going out with a 40mm, you fire it, you come back, you've got a speed load each round, or you've got to pour them into the thing and have the cap. This thing, drop it in, ready to go. They are a bit more heavy on the budget, but it is a lot of fun. So what we're going to do, I do have a platform here ready to go. So what we'll look at here, when it comes to the M4, we'll have a look at, I've already taken the grub screw out of the Predator Mark III, but we've got the flash hider, and obviously just make sure that your gun doesn't have a grub screw in its flash hider. And again, 40mm counterclockwise, so turning that clockwise to take it off, adding the new flash hider, make sure it's on there properly. Personally, it's just a force of habit. I always put the grub screw to the bottom, reattach the grub screw when you need it, and again, how easy it is to just click this on and you're good to go. When it comes to the actual grenade launcher itself, the bit at the top here is spring-loaded, but you will need to make sure with the included Allen key, there's 2 Allen keys with it for all the different parts, make sure that's loose enough and it is spring-loaded, so that you can then attach your launcher. So again, if you wanted to use it as a launcher underneath, nice and easy to put together, spring-loaded, single piece, and again, with the launcher clicking out to the side, it doesn't interfere anywhere. So I think the only thing we need to do is put a battery in this, put some tracer BBs in it, load up a hive, and head to the range. So if you want to join me in a minute, I'm going to have some fun with the new Volcano. See you in a bit. So you join us up on the range, guys. We have got the bolster armor is tuned up Delta just to show that rate of fire, and the Predator Mark III keeping up. We've got the Volcano loaded up with some Tracer 2.8 along with the main platform as well. I'm not going to lie, we have shot this a lot already. We are almost out of gas and Tracer BBs, but this is probably the most fun I have had with Tracer units and a 40mm in a long time. So just tapping some rounds downrange, but that rate of fire, keeping up with absolutely everything. And then if you do run out of BBs, you've got the Volcano as a final hurrah, and again, really easy to reload, so much fun. I cannot tell you how many times we've fired this, and I'm probably going to carry on firing it for a little while. But if you're wanting to grab one, throw it on a primary, run it as a primary, let us know how you'd do it. Would you run some accessories, throw a stock on it, bigger grip? What colour option would you like to run, and how would you set it up? But we're going to have a lot more fun with this. Let us know down below how you'd run it, and we'll see you in a bit.